it's real. It's just a conversation. That's really it. There's no list of questions. There's no. It's just
Us.
talking to beautiful people about what they into, what they doing, how they feel. You know,
What they think.
yeah, what they think, what they care about, what do they feel make people beautiful? You know, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah.
That's dope. I'm glad you made this a platform, man.
I mean, you know, I feel like
We need it.
appreciate that. I feel like, you know, it's good to have convos. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I mean, me personally, like, podcast wise, I like the podcast where people just be talking about whatever. You know?
What podcast you be watching?
I mean, real talk, like, I used to rock with Joe Rogan heavy, like back in the day, and then, you know, he got a little weird with it.
Yeah.
And, you know,
What did he do? I always
I-
see stuff, but I don't.
I mean, the thing is, you know, and being the person that I am, you know what I'm saying? I'm similar in the same way where I allow myself to question everything.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing is sacred as far as what should or shouldn't be questioned. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, especially myself,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But I think it's one of those things where I don't even know, honestly. It's just things that, like, a perspective that he might share.
Mhm.
Like, you know, because I used to listen. And you'd be saying, I'm like, man, that's, yeah, that's just you because, you know, you don't really have that experience to know what that's about. You know what I'm saying? Whatever
Yeah.
it might have been. I can't tell you exactly what it was. I don't know what everybody is in an uproar particular about, but I could tell you from my own when I used to listen, you know what I'm saying, more frequently. Every now and then, you know, because the conversation might be interesting, but whatever they're talking about, because
Mhm.
it's random based on what the person does that he's talking to or whatever. But like they might get on the topic and the way he presents it and the narrative that he uses to describe it is telling of it kind of betrays his thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that.
So, you know, but I still have an appreciation for the information that I get. Like,
Yeah, it's cool.
you know what I'm saying?
You ever just, I mean, damn, it's so hard
Yeah.
to have something that you like go unscathed.
I
Like,
mean, facts.
in today's world, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, is every we live in the most, like, I feel like aha type day and age. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got you. You know, you fucked up and I got you type. Like, even I saw LeBron went on did a podcast. So, you know, everybody has a podcast like NBA now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really? Okay.
Or a lot, yeah. They're like,
I mean, I'm not surprised. It makes sense.
yeah, they're taking journalism back. I feel like which is dope. I feel like more musicians should do.
Right.
And people should like start because like there's not like real journalism happening within music like how it used to be where people are actually talking about the music now. So it's like more so about what are you willing and able to do in front of the camera and how entertaining is like sitting down and watching you, you know what I'm saying, versus like actually like talking about the tracks and the shit that you poured your heart into. People don't care about that. And I feel like podcasters aren't doing, or podcasters, blogs, they're not doing the type of journalism that actually delves deep into that. You know what I'm saying? And I've been blessed to meet some folks that are, but the general consensus I feel like is. But anyways, Bron, going back to like this being a day and age of being able to like point some shit out that would be a reason not to fuck with somebody. Bron went on JJ Redick's podcast. Who on JJ Redick is
no.
He's not, you know what I'm saying? He's not one of the greats. He's a great basketball player.
Okay.
Or retired. You don't know. Oh, you don't know JJ Redick?
Nah.
Okay, so he's an NBA player.
Okay. How from what era?
He just retired like maybe 3 years ago,
Okay, so
two,
he's
3 years.
new school.
Yeah, he's an
Okay,
analyst now. I forget what school he went to. He was a big college basketball player,
so he
and
wasn't in the pros.
he was like a 3 point specialist in the NBA though.
Okay, okay.
Hmm.
Hey, good for him.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe him and Bron are cool, but people were mad at Bron because he went on a white podcaster show instead of going on like All the Smoke with Steven Jackson or Matt Barnes or whatever, which is like,
I mean, it's. I understand that, and at the same time, I don't know the situation.
yeah, I'm
You know what I'm
like,
saying? Like I understand it, but for me, it's like I don't really know what their situation is. So, like to your
yeah,
point, maybe they go way back, or maybe it's something else. I have no idea personally,
yeah.
but
Maybe nobody else has invited Bron. You know what I'm saying? Or
that's what I'm saying,
maybe they dropped the bag off. You know, and
and that's
it's
what I'm saying too.
maybe if Bron did go to a black podcaster's
Yeah,
channel, that he wouldn't even charge them half as much that he charged. You know what I'm saying,
right,
JJ?
right,
You never know, but that's what
right.
I'm saying. Like,
So that's the thing, right? Like, and I guess I'm naive to especially starting a podcast. Yo,
here we
niggas
are.
be paying for guests and shit. Word? I ain't even know that.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I mean,
or
I
at least
guess,
I think
I don't know. I mean,
I've heard
that's
people.
the
I
first
heard
I'm
people
hearing
say
it.
that they do have retainers for like for being on pod. Me personally, I
Mm.
don't. I think that's kind of not. I think it's backwards for either of those parties to like, unless it's like, you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
some podcast that's like that somebody's resume doesn't like, you know what I'm saying, match
Yeah.
up with. But as far as like that's a even exchange where like you're being
I
inquisitive or we're
mean,
talking, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I guess, if you're doing it for the love, it's one thing. And if you're not, then I guess you're not. But I don't know where, you don't know where that line is until you ask.
no, that's true. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like that's where you see who's who and what's
That's
what.
true. Well, y'all got until
Yeah.
not the first Grammy, but the second Grammy. The second
Come up.
Grammy, I'm charging y'all
Coming
asses.
up.
But right now, Nelo is doing podcasts for free. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't worried about all that. Let's just talk, do some real journalism. I'm there. All
I
right.
mean, that's facts though. I mean, but I feel like, this like real journalism across the board is kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody is telling a story for a bag,
Hmm.
and that may not necessarily be the truth,
Yeah.
and it may have convenient facts in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they're being um, sponsored to present a certain narrative,
Hmm.
and I think
That's
that
that's true.
affects
That's
all
facts.
kinds of journalism and media. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's just yeah, I feel that for sure. I think with that or with the telling like what you're alluding to too is like
Hmm.
one, it's all about the intention
Yeah,
behind what you're doing, whether it be the sponsor's intention or
right.
like your own personal or even like, you know what I'm saying, before we came in here, like you stated your intention, like we're gonna have a conversation. But
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like I know the value because we spoken before and you my brother, I know the value of having a conversation with you. So it's like,
Brother,
you know what I'm
damn,
saying?
man. Nah, I
That
appreciate that though.
that you know what I'm saying, that's not everybody can, you know what I'm saying,
Mm.
state that intention and it come with that. So like that's I think yeah, I think it's though it makes me kind of wonder what is the general consensus or like intention slash purpose of like podcasting right now because like I said
I mean, I think you know, on in a and I just have to answer it pragmatically, but it's like it's really the end user. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? It's like I know me, like I like history, so I listen to a lot of history podcasts.
I
You know
was
what
a
I'm
history
saying?
buff too.
Right.
That's
So
cool.
I feel like the thing about podcasting that is quote unquote liberating and is trying to be captured by corporate culture. And, it's kind of like how they were trying to capture hip hop for so long and now they got it. And it's,
Yeah.
they're trying to capture podcasting, but what makes podcasting dope, and which is why another reason I don't fuck with Spotify. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm about to stop fucking with Spotify too, man.
I never did. I just never saw. I never saw it as. I don't believe in the wall garden, and I think, for all the grimy shit that the Googs and YouTubes get into, you know what I'm saying. At least everybody can walk into it, and the information is there as long as they allow it to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And it's the same thing with being on Spotify. It's there as long as they allow it to be there, but it's not behind anything. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
I feel that I read somewhere that there's a bill, um, there's a bill that they're trying to like get the Congress
Mm.
uh, that is petitioning. It's like the musicians' working wage bill or something like that. They're trying to
Oh, word.
petition Spotify to raise the payout from point whatever cents on the dollar to just 1 cent, which would change the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's also crazy just thinking about the fact that
Yeah, we're talking about a penny here.
we really gotta go to the White House for a penny. Like we got
A whole copper coin, yo. That's wild,
You
right?
telling me I did all this shit and all I did was just upload it to your distribute and wow, a
Yeah,
penny?
yeah. I mean, it's it's like, how much cotton you gonna pick, man? You gotta fill your sack up, brother.
Damn.
I
They was
know.
probably making more picking cotton. I don't know.
Shit, you might, but you know what I'm saying? It's
I'm not
that's
saying picking cotton is easier than
no,
streaming this.
fuck no,
Oh,
no.
let me,
We're
just a
we're
joke,
we're
yeah.
being very insincere right now. but but real talk though, I mean, it's like when you consider the fact that you don't really have control of distribution
hmm
outside of your immediate area. It's I feel like it sounds silly. It may sound naive,
hmm
but I feel like there needs to be like a real artists union.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the sad reality is, and I love the idea, but I already see the flaw in it being like all other unions. Once people um, are able to get into positions to accumulate power, they start to leverage it
Oh yeah.
in a way that's not intended to support the intention of the organization.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's
It's
facts.
like they aggregate the power into a particular, excuse me, group or office or board or something, and then it's like, okay, we lock it in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, facts. And half the time it be the people sometimes it be the people that was right there with you struggling, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the second they get a taste of that like elitism or being able to be a part of like what the machine does, then
Yeah.
it is what it is. So,
It is what it is.
yeah. It just I feel like it's a quote. I forget the quote or whatever. But like, I don't know, it's something along the lines of like if you like there is a capacity or there is a limit for oppression, like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Of course.
you do so much of it, like and the right storm happens, eventually people are gonna like revolt against it. And like I say for that reason, like the industry's been changing. Like the music industry specifically has been changing a whole lot. Or like a lot of stuff has been different. And I saw this guy, Ray Daniels, he made a post today, which I felt kind of like rang true, asking like, when was the last time that a major label broke an artist and they stuck around?
Hmm.
Somebody said, some people say Cardi B, but she was already on the reality TV circuit. So
Right.
she already kind of had some buzz. I've heard
And
people
I
say
mean,
it.
she was moving in circles back,
Hmm.
back in those days. So she,
Some people say Ice Spice, but then it's kind of like hard to tell right now because.
I don't even know what that sounds like. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm just being 100. I'm not trying to be messed up.
Anyway,
I don't even know. It's like I don't know. I need substance, man.
I feel that.
I need, you know, I'm with I listen to some stuff that I wouldn't really consider highbrow, but for some reason
No,
it
you
has
got you got good
this
music taste.
pull on me because I just I've been around it so long, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, and I have a certain appreciation for a certain sound, um, because of my background and where I came up.
yeah.
And when I hear stuff like that now, and it's dope, it's hard for me to put it
Do you like to listen to Lil Russell?
down. I have, and
Okay.
I do. Um, I do. I like his stuff. It's
Hmm.
it just sonically it doesn't necessarily resonate with me all the time.
Yeah, that's the other side of the coast, though.
Yeah, yeah,
You from the east.
yeah. I mean,
You from the west, but
it's not even east west. It's like
it's a
um
different.
especially like Oakland, they got that offbeat
Oakland has a
tradition.
specific sound, you know.
Yeah, and it's like the opposite of the on-beat tradition of like
Hmm.
a early '90s East Coast, where if you didn't have flow, nobody was really. Only like Gangstar, like Guru, could get
Uh
away
huh.
with being really offbeat on purpose all the time.
Nah, up north they want to hear that flow. It's about that flow shit. Something.
It's a flow. For some people, like
I have a very.
it's a spectrum. It's like some people it's the flow, and some people it's the message, and some things take priority over other.
Hmm.
For some people the flow is most important. Some people the message more important, and I feel like when you hit that perfect balance, at least from a fan perspective. I'm not a musician. I'm not. I freestyle on the block once or twice when I was a youngster type shit. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, just when and that's what you do though. You lock in on like the flow is there. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? You go offbeat when you feel like it. You jump right back on.
Hmm.
Um, but you're saying something substantial, and people are going to get drawn in through the rhythm and through the flow. But once they get to the meat of the meal, it's
Hmm.
like there's nutrition there.
Yeah. Thank you, boss.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll be trying. You know what I'm saying?
You
Mix it
just
up a little.
yo, you do it, man. You do it. It's
Thanks.
hard.
I brought Lil Russell up though because he's like I feel like he's the example of like an artist who's broken,
Hmm.
but he's not attached to any like major label or anything like that.
Yeah.
Or it's like, damn, okay, that shit is hard work trying to build something similar to what like he's built. But then also like I feel like when you weigh your options in turn and then like you look at the point cents on the dollar and Spotify streams and that hey, even if I do make it to getting a record deal or some type of deal with a label, at the same time I gotta worry about whether or not this bitch gonna be a 360 or not.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And a
Your
lot of times it
earring,
is. So it's like,
your earring,
oh, is it coming on?
the other one.
This one?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just noticed.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But
Now I feel that. I mean, here's the thing. I guess my question is, what do you feel is the biggest obstacle to you getting to where you want to be?
uh I I'm
Honestly, yeah.
I'm terrible with patience, so time and
Let's take time out the equation.
time out the equation.
Yeah, because time is a
Mhm.
given. But aside from time, because time keeps moving,
Mhm.
what other obstacle?
Not to be cliche, but I'm
Mm,
gonna say myself. If
okay.
if anything, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
As an artist, I go through seasons of like this like delusional like delusional belief. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like this shit could happen any second, and then also I'm like, then I sometimes go through moments where I'm like, damn, what if I'm like not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, or like, you know what I'm saying? What if this shit doesn't happen, you know?
Man,
But
I we all need to hear that because that's the truth.
yeah,
That's. I mean, I don't know a creator that doesn't feel that though.
yeah.
Like I feel that. I'm like I'm crazy. You feel me?
Yeah, I am a crazy motherfucker. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
I,
But
I keep coming back to do this shit, and it's
I'm
just,
compelled.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I hear like you know how every little kid says they want to be in the NBA. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying? Like
yeah.
when I say like I want to be successful in music, I feel like just as like innocent as I was in that moment as a little kid when I was like I spent every day in my back, even though I was 3'9". You know what I'm saying? Like I'd be in my backyard every day hooping and shooting free throws and stuff like that, and hoping. One of my biggest regrets in life is that I didn't play basketball my senior year in high school.
Mm,
And I feel like I always like I connect that back to my music, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like I will never stop doing something I'm passionate about, no matter where it takes me. I
right.
just won't stop doing it because I'd rather deal with the disappointment of trying and trying and not accomplishing whatever than deal
Mm,
with the regret
yep.
of not doing it at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
I'm like,
And I mean that is the insanity of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's true. It's that it's um when I think about life, and this is why life to me is it has really we're going way off the deep end here because you ever read The Alchemist?
yeah, I did. I need to
I
read it again.
You remember when the boy went into the city to visit the king to learn the secret of life.
Mm-hmm.
And when he got there, he got to the king, and the king was like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I'm a little busy right now, but I want you to go see my city, check it all out. Let me know what you think when you get back.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta carry this like spoonful of oil or whatever, and you can't spill any oil." All right. Kid goes out there, and he's like, "Yo, I can't spill this oil, yo." So he's like going through and he's checking things out, and he does all of that, and he gets back to the king, and the king is like, "Oh man, welcome back. That was quick. Did you get to see my city?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah, I did, but like, did you see this? Did you see that?" It's like, not really."
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "But I still got all the oil." He's like, "Yeah, okay, cool, but you got to see my city, man. So
Mm-hmm.
go see my city. Like, let me know what you think. I want to know what you really think about it." Boy's like, all right, bet. He went back out, and the city is amazing. He saw all this shit. He saw food and people and all these beautiful buildings and like everything else. And it was like,
Mm-hmm.
man, And he came back mad late, and the king was like, "Oh wow, I thought you weren't coming back." And he's like, "Oh yeah, man. I'm sorry, this your city's amazing. I saw this, and that,
That shit
and
is lit.
bong bong, and yeah, yo, it's lit as fuck." And he's like, "Nice, thank you. I appreciate that. I work hard to, keep my city beautiful or whatever." He's like, "But where's the oil?" "Oh man, I forgot about the
Spilled
oil
it.
because I was checking out the city." You know what I'm saying?
Can't do two things at once, yo.
Well, he was like, "That's life. That's the balance. It's
Yeah.
it's maintaining that oil while trying to,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And it's that's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to do, but that's life."
Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
Cause I was about to be like, yeah, why didn't he just put the spoon down? But it's like you can't.
Nah, he said you gotta carry it.
Yeah, you can't just.
I mean, if you put it down, I guess the analogy is you stop living because
Yeah.
one of those things have to,
What's the oil? It's like your responsibilities, and you know what
right,
I'm saying.
right. But it's like balance that against the beauty of life and all of the adventure, the dope shit that's out there that is like, or the passion or the whatever you passionate about, like
Facts.
that too. And balancing all of that with, you know, the liquidities of life.
Yo, that's why this part of life is so
Yeah,
fucking weird, man. Cause
yeah.
it's just like, like we could do a sold out show
Yeah.
and I'll be in the studio all week till 5 a.m. I'm living a dream or whatever. And then it's like the other part of my life too that still exists. Like, I still live in a studio apartment.
Mm.
I still gotta go to work, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, every
Right.
day.
Right.
I
Right.
still gotta like pay these bills
Right.
and I'm like budgeting between stuff and everything. And it's just like, I don't, it's becoming more clear. Like I really feel like at my best when I get to live in those spaces where I really get to like be in the flow doing music and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then also like there's adulting to be done too. And
Yeah.
it's like you really
That
gotta
part.
love your passion. You know what I'm saying? Like 'cause you go to work and you come to the studio. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Or you come to the studio and you go to work at the same time. Like whatever it is, and it's like we have the stuff that we're like doing to make a living and the stuff that we do that makes us feel alive.
Right.
And those things, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, I read somewhere. Somebody say your job is an investment into your passion or consider if you're an artist or
It's your
creative, yeah, it's like an investment into being able to do your passion and
right.
stuff like that. So, I don't know, it's just a crazy feeling too, though, to like, be doing both or for that to be like your reality, you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, but that's 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 the matrix, bro. That's the system that's been set up. That's
Yeah,
that's what we all come out of. You know what I mean? Like it's been this way since at least 1492, if not longer.
yeah.
You know what I'm
It's like
saying?
who made capitalism? Where did that
Pretty
originate?
much the British.
I'll fight all they ass for real.
I mean, it's like when but I mean we could really even say the Romans, you know. Um
It's just crazy. A few people fucked this shit up.
well, I mean, look,
Yeah.
I feel like here's the thing. It's I think the problem is when you put anything before humanity.
Yeah. No
If
facts.
anything is more important than humanity, then it's not worth it.
Yeah.
That's my humble opinion.
No facts.
You know what I'm saying? And I think,
Cause what we gonna do with all this money when this shit not here no more?
bro, what we gonna do what with it when we in a box? Or if we ashes, we can't do shit with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, it's what's crazy is, like I went for a very long like I this came together in 2021. Like
hmm
I wasn't really I was doing my photography before that, you know what I'm saying? But that's a different kind of thing than this. And this is a different animal. It's hungry.
I
You
remember
know what
when
I'm
you was
saying?
over at the crib and in
Yeah,
the basement
yeah.
with the what's it called?
Heat
Your
press.
press.
Yeah, yeah,
Getting that shit out.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's to me that was the most efficient way to start, like
Yeah.
to get it out and to get feedback, see what people like,
Mm-hmm.
what people were into, and go from there. Um, and it was a good model, but then COVID made it challenging because of the distribution
Mm-hmm.
chain. You know what I'm saying? Like I was doing basically, you know, um, just just on time manufacturing. Like
Yeah.
you know, I had like inventory, but not too much. And then when orders would come in, I would just make them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or if I knew I had like a pop up or something, I would like make a bunch of stuff.
And have it ready to go.
Yeah, and just
Yeah.
have it
You was
ready to go.
hustling. You was getting this shit
I
out there.
mean, hey, I do what I can, and I've been getting a lot of love, and I'm grateful. You know what I'm saying? A lot of folks really support, and really, right. You know what I'm saying? Present company included. Really give me opportunities to be in spaces. Because for me, I just want people to see it. I just want to. I want once people see it,
Mm-hmm.
they want to know what it is.
Yeah,
That's
and they're intrigued.
and that's it.
White people are especially intrigued when I wear the black is beautiful. The black bar is beautiful because they're like trying to figure out if they could wear it or not, or if
I
I'm
mean,
like,
here's the thing. Like, so this thing is designed for aesthetics to be beautiful, but it's
mm-hmm,
also like it's like a Rorschach test.
mm-hmm.
So what you see says more about you than what it is.
Yeah,
You know what
facts,
I'm saying?
facts.
Because it's designed for people to ask questions they already know the answers to.
Mm-hmm,
But you know,
mm-hmm.
they're
Which
gonna,
is dope.
yeah.
Which is dope. I think part of the reason why I always say this, every person that I meet, or like I be like, if I'm wearing beautiful, somebody might be out and I like see somebody else wearing beautiful. No idea who they are or whatever, but it just we meet or I talk to that person for the first 5 minutes. I'm like, oh shit, this is a really dope person. You know what I'm saying? This is a
Yeah,
really
man.
good person versus like, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody could have some Gucci on,
Right.
whatever. It could be on anybody. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like the intention behind the brand has like translated to the people who wear it as well.
Right.
Or you know what I'm saying? Like it's a natural like
If you get it, you
happening.
get it.
You know what I'm saying? You get it.
Type thing. It's like so for some people it's not gonna work with their energy.
Yeah.
It's just not. It's like, like I don't know. Like I wouldn't be able to really pull off like a full like real like I don't know what they call that like that Raf Simmons type look like real gothy kind of yeah
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that's just not my energy
I feel it.
and that's cool
I
you
be
know what I'm
doing it
saying
sometimes.
I mean
I like it
but
for sure.
not to the extent that it's been done
Yeah. I mean, I just like it for sure. Like I got
yeah
these pants that are like they got a whole bunch of chains on them and stuff, but
okay I don't know if I've seen those but I mean
they're
everything
not too
that you
crazy.
rock you have a certain aesthetic and style to what you do, and it's dope. It's like it's
I be wearing beautiful. That's
yeah. I mean, you were beautiful too,
it.
but the way you put it together, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Thank you.
shout out to Los the tie dye that she
Facts,
did.
yeah. The
You know what I'm
tie
saying?
dyes.
I'm gonna be real. I said it to her, I'm not trying to be fucked up to anybody. I don't really like tie dye. I
Yeah.
don't. I don't. That's just not my aesthetic. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? And that's cool. It's not. I appreciate tie dye. I don't
Yeah.
really like it, but what she did was fire.
Yeah. I fuck with
You know what I'm
Losis.
saying? Like,
Losis is the only tie dye that I really fuck with too,
right,
or whatever. Cause
right,
I'm not a tie dye person either.
right.
I bought tie dye shit and then took it home and like never
Nah,
wore it
I
because I'm
never.
like I don't know.
I'm not gonna.
This
I've
ain't for
never
me.
bought it. I can't.
It was a Rick and Morty shirt. That's really the
I
reason.
mean, see,
That's
okay,
the
that's
reason I
different. On
wanted
GP, you could.
it.
I don't know if I could rock a tie dye Rick and Morty shirt, but I could
That's why I never
understand.
wore
I can understand a
it.
motherfucker rocking a tie dye Rick and Morty shirt. You see what I'm saying? Like, to me, fashion is not about judgment. It's about what statement. Because when the art you put on your wall is one thing. The art you choose to put on you to clothe
hmm
yourself with and to present to the world tells a story. It sends a message. You know
hmm
what I'm saying? So, like tie dye to me, it's like maybe it's a little bit freer and funner than I can personally be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not an indictment on them. It's an indictment on me personally.
hmm
But I can respect it and understand it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like that's why I can respect a motherfucker rocking a Rick and Morty tie dye shirt. I'm like, I vibe that because that's their energy,
hmm
and because I like Rick and Morty, I like watching it too, and if it just makes sense to me. But I don't know if I as much as I like Rick and Morty, I'm not a fan enough if I would rock a shirt.
Yeah.
That's the honest truth right there,
I was fanning pretty hard at the time when
and
I
that's
got
cool, and that's cool.
it.
It's a dope show, but I have a few fan things. Like I'm more into like, designer or whatever, but
I
like
feel that. If the world's about to end
yeah.
tomorrow and there's like this big party
Mm.
that they're having and
What I'm right.
and it says come dressed to impress.
Yeah.
This is your last chance.
I
What are
mean,
you
everything
What are you
would be
wearing?
custom. I don't know how much time I have, but everything would be custom beautiful. That's for sure. It would be all
From
custom
top to
beautiful,
bottom.
dipped in beautiful from
Oh,
head to
you
toe,
gotta do like
nigga.
a beautiful suit.
What?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah,
With like
sure,
a hidden B somewhere. Oh my
bro.
god, that'd be
Trust me. If this is it,
crazy.
I'm taking a shot. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? I will find a tailor. I don't care what it costs because it don't matter. Put on the card, and then let's go.
I feel that.
If this is the end, right?
Yeah.
And we gonna make a custom, beautiful everything
Top to bottom.
down to the kicks. You know what I'm saying?
I would wear a turtleneck for sure. I would wear a turtleneck, a beautiful top.
Mm,
Uh, I get some OG high bottoms,
yeah.
some Carhartt joints or something. Shoes, white Air
Mm.
Forces for the hometown one time.
Right.
And yeah, no hat or anything like that. Just
Yeah.
let my hair be out.
I used to wear
Well,
hats
maybe a
all
hat.
the time, man. Like
Yeah.
I have a lot of hats, and since I really had to start wearing glasses, I just never like wearing hats
And the glasses
with
at
the
the same.
glasses. Yeah, it just bugged me. And it's like I get mad because I used to try wearing contacts, but because I have astigmatism,
Uh-huh.
they
It
mess
doesn't
with
work.
me.
Oh
Yeah,
damn.
like it. Like you'll go like a few days and it'll be fine, and then it'll just be like, oh god, something's in my eye, and it's annoying as hell. But I like hats. I have a lot of hats, and I don't wear them. And yeah, it's like, but if I go out on foot, I guess I could rock them
Mhm.
because you know I don't need to see. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
the hat and glasses combo is definitely kind of
It's hard to
It's a
pull
lot
off.
on the face too.
I think so. I mean, like a beanie and glasses, primo, no problemo.
depends on the hat too though, because what's it called when the hat with
Oh
the
yeah,
brim,
like the
like
fedora type
a
joint.
fedora.
Yeah,
Yeah, a
you could do
fedora. I
that.
flip that back, have some glasses on.
Yeah,
That's cool. Like,
I, I've worn. I've never really worn those. I tried one of my dudes in New York. Shout out to Pythagore. He kills hats,
hmm
and
he makes fedoras.
no, he doesn't make them. He
Oh,
rocks the shit out of them.
oh, okay.
But this other um, what's homeboy's name? He owns Flame Keepers Hat Club in Harlem.
They burn the necks.
Mark.
hmm
He owns Flame Keepers Hat Club in Harlem. Cool ass dude. He makes all the hats in there. Yeah, I'll send you
Okay.
their IG.
So
It's
I like
fire.
watching the videos when they burn them.
Yeah,
I'm like, what is
he
he
got
doing?
those. He would be steaming it out there.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah. Oh, when they set it on fire.
yeah, they be sending it on fire.
Yeah, I don't know if he's done
Like
that.
char grilled hats.
I don't know if he's done that, but maybe,
Mm-hmm.
maybe. I don't know, but his stuff be fire, man. He does all kinds of hats. He does even he has like straw hats and
Oh,
like like Luffy type hats, but more like structured.
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I need me a Luffy hat.
Yeah.
I think I'll be Luffy for Halloween.
Yo, there's a Kangol store in Harlem. I think it's the only one in the country. I think it's on 125th. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, they got like every Kango possible there.
That's crazy. What anime are you watching right now?
Right now, am I watching an anime? Right? I was watching The Gentleman, the series.
What you think?
It's alright. The movie was way better.
That's a movie?
Yeah, with what's his name, yo? Dude from True Crime. Shit.
I don't know.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High type joint or whatever. Nah, is it Fast Times? Yo, Matthew McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey was in the movie. The movie was hard.
Is the movie on Netflix too? Or
It should still be there. It was only there like maybe not even a year ago.
same storyline or like spinoff?
Well, the movie was the first. This is a spinoff of the movie.
Okay.
Yeah, the movie is hard. The
It's a
movie,
different storyline, or
no, it's the same storyline, but basically the movie is telling the story of the guy that well, I guess
the guy who died, the dad.
no,
Oh.
what's his name? Charlie Glass, the guy that's in prison.
uh.
I don't know how he got the business, but originally Matthew McConaughey was that character, and he
Oh,
was
okay.
that character in the movie. And it was a similar story where um, this American dude
Mhm.
was trying to take his business,
Mhm.
but it was just a bit more. It was more hardcore. It was more gangster.
Okay.
This is a bit more like.
Drama.
I mean, it's just a bit more. It's a bit more mainstream.
I hear that.
Like Guy Ritchie went hard in the movie. Like the movie is gangster. The movie it reminds me of like um Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, or it reminds me of damn the drummer Brad Pitt. Um,
Mm,
Snatch.
okay.
Yeah, it reminds me of Snatch type vibes. It has that energy and pace to it.
Yeah.
And the series, like, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, but it
I
was
liked it.
kind
I
of
liked it.
it was like it needed to be silly to
Yeah.
kind of keep the story going, I guess.
Mm,
Whereas the movie, it's gangster shit,
okay.
front to back,
I feel that
but
because
in
there
a
was
funny
points
way.
where I
Yeah.
was like, damn, I'm like the bud tender.
Hmm.
He was pissing me off. I'm like, he
Yeah,
is
I
too
was gonna
fucking.
drop kick that
He's
nigga,
being too
son.
goofy. Yo,
Drop kick.
So I feel that because I don't know. I like when a movie makes me like feel things or whatever, or a show makes me like intrigued
Yeah.
or emotional or whatever.
Mm.
But then sometimes when I get a little irritated with the characters, and I'm like, okay, now y'all like overdoing because there's nobody in the world that's this stupid. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's
Yeah.
this silly, or people are not this gullible.
That's
So
what
it's like,
keeps me out of a lot of anime. I love anime, but there's a lot of anime that's just like, all right, you doing too much. Like, I can't watch Naruto. I can't watch it.
I haven't got. I started Naruto and I couldn't finish it either. People put it on the
Yeah,
Mount Rushmore of animes.
top five dead or alive type shit.
Yeah, not me personally.
Nah,
Uh,
nah.
Not me personally.
I
If
mean,
I feel like I'm more of One Piece. You know what I'm saying?
One Piece is good too, but it has those moments as well. But it's not as bad as Naruto. That's for sure.
One Piece
Like
progressively
I
gets
can,
better and better. I feel like you know what I'm saying, which is adult. You get to be a part of the process. You know.
I mean, I've seen. It's like I can watch it, but it's like for only so long. Like
Moment.
I'm a Ghost in the Shell, um, Wind Ninja Scroll, um, Go Go 13 type.
Okay. You ever like Dragon Ball?
Nah,
Okay.
no, I love Dragon Ball, but I hate Dragon Ball. See, Dragon Ball. The thing about Dragon Ball is if you edit out all the floating and bullshit, it's like 5 minutes long, and it'll be amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it was like, like, come on, what the heck?
And then they hit you with the next time on
Right.
Dragon Ball.
And
You're
you're like,
like, damn,
what
they didn't even
the?
hit. Like, damn.
You know what I mean?
I feel
So,
that.
yeah, I couldn't.
What's the
But I like the
creators?
concept of it. It's not like I've never watched Dragon Ball. I just fast forward.
It was my shit when I was younger,
Yeah.
because the creator of Dragon Ball just passed away. I forget their
Yeah.
name. But rest in
I
peace.
know who you're talking about. I can't say his
Yeah, I
name,
can't
but
say it. I'm not gonna
I-
butcher it. But rest in peace to them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, I used to. I had to hit up one of my homies because we used to like Dragon Ball was for my generation. It was growing up. It was
yeah.
that motherfucking anime. And like we was growing up trying to go Super Saiyan, and you know,
Of course, 'cause
Like,
it's hard. No,
we would fight each other, making the sounds like,
yo,
you know what I'm
Dragon Ball
saying?
is hard. But it's just the fact is that it was an economic choice because you're trying to stretch the show so it can fit the time slot.
Yeah,
So and it's just like it's easier to have those pixels.
You feel like animation was harder to do back then too, or
Oh,
like
absolutely,
so they
absolutely.
like
Yeah,
because they actually drawn out are
cells.
the like
Yeah, like
transitions and the movements and
cells.
like every that's
Yeah.
crazy.
I
How,
mean, yo, real talk. Like nobody talks about it. At least I don't know. Maybe they do, but I mean, they do talk about it because I see um articles and information on it. But like to be a animator for an anime company is like it's like indentured servitude. They can't leave the office. They be having stupid deadlines. They be there for like a week straight. They
damn,
sleep there and shit.
just drawing that shit.
Yo, but I mean that's Japanese culture, man. They on that. They on that. I'm not. I
Oh,
respect it.
I
Like
feel
yo,
that.
that's vigilance beyond vigilance right there. But that's what allowed them to get gangster and bloody these niggas know. It's like yo, word. We
Yeah.
small, but like yeah.
There's a show that just came on Hulu. You seen? That's called Shogun.
Nah,
It's about like
I
I
don't
think it's
have
about like
Hulu. That's the problem.
okay.
Yeah, I just do Netflix, man. Like Netflix and YouTube, and that's really
I
it.
be doing that. I got my girlfriend Netflix. Y'all
Yeah,
ain't
see, that's
y'all
economical.
yeah.
One gets one way, then everybody's
But you know what they
happy.
started doing? They started monitoring where you're
Oh
watching
yeah,
it. So
yeah.
now when she goes home to her crib,
You can't watch
then
it.
it's like yeah, it'll log me out and be
Right.
like, we noticed that there is an extra device on this. I'm like, you
Yeah,
motherfuckers. Hey,
grimy. Because here's the thing, and there's those folks like, but you only paid for one account.
so
Here's the thing, bruh. It's they making money hand over fist regardless.
yo, y'all
You know
are
what I'm
rolling
saying?
in dough. Like,
But this is the thing. It's like how they flip everything, bro. Like this was supposed to be the answer to paying $100, $200 cable bills every month. But now you still paying that because you got to pay for your internet
Wi-Fi.
and
Come
then you
on
got
now.
to pay for whatever additional service so you back up.
Right.
You know what I'm
Or
saying?
if you got multiple platforms, because only some movies
Right,
going some places and shit.
right,
So now you trying to,
right.
like, come on, stop playing with us.
You know
like,
what I'm saying? So it's just it's it's just another level of greed, man. You know what I'm saying? They gotta make their shareholders happy, their
mm-hmm.
investors. So if you got stocks and you don't feel like they doing what they supposed to do to grow your stocks, and you have enough stock where you can come at them, you can sue
Yeah.
them and be like, yo, you're not representing my interest by not gatekeeping your service. And making sure these Negroes is paying for every single screen they watching on.
yeah.
Like, it's yeah,
Yeah. I feel that.
it's that. But to me, it's like that's just petty, and I abhor
Petty as
pettiness.
hell. Yeah.
You know what I'm
It's a
saying?
million other ways that y'all can make money too.
They making
That y'all.
money. It's not like they profits are at all time high. They making money, but they're making money.
yeah.
You know, and it's like, hey,
Yeah. That's why I say, if I ever get some money, when I get some money,
right.
I'm just gonna disappear.
Bro,
like,
that's the kind of money you want though. Like
for real, I'm gonna
like
move.
this Mega Millions, I think it's like 800 million or some shit.
If I had 800 million,
Bruh.
I'm gonna move to.
Bro,
I'm gonna move back home to South Africa
yo,
and live like a king for the rest of my life. Matter of fact, and I'm gonna support. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna buy a whole little neighborhood.
right,
you know what I'm saying? I can just
right,
like support. I'm like, yo, this is we are an ecosystem here.
right,
Not a cult, but you know
right,
what I'm saying.
right.
Not a cult. Y'all go do whatever y'all want, leave and go as you please. But
Yeah.
we got you here. Like you know what I'm saying. Low price housing,
I
free
feel I feel
meals.
that, bro. 800 mil. I mean, because you really might walk away with five. You know what I'm saying?
That and
Um,
the dollar to the rand, I can live for the rest of my life after that.
I mean, but I definitely would disappear. However, beautiful would be incredibly well positioned because I'm still in it. I'm still in it. I'm just not in it. You
Uh-huh.
know what I'm saying? Because really, to me,
if,
that's
if if you could just like, what's something that a policy that you would implement
what do you
if
mean?
you just like something that you would want to do or have be associated with beautiful, if you just say if you're taken care of
Hmm.
financially, and now you just have creative freedom with
Yeah.
like beautiful. It's not about necessarily.
I mean, then it's really about edifying the community to their own internal, external beauty.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like really just trying to create programs where so all right, beautiful, big picture, right? This is, this is very far out, you know what I'm saying? This is like if everything goes my way, this is where
Hmm.
I'd like to be. Lotto or no lotto, you know what I'm saying? But I want beautiful to be a fashion house. I want beautiful
Hmm.
to be no different than like a Dior, a Ralph, a Gucci, a Louis Vuitton, whatever.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Um, because I worked in fashion a long time. You know what I'm saying? Retail, sales, on the buying side, corporate,
Hmm.
um, fashion forecasting, a lot of different things. But you see how we're presented as props in fashion,
Hmm.
almost no different than a mannequin, just to be able to associate the product with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And while still you plagiarizing the culture while still calling it inferior. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's I want to shift that. You know what I'm saying? We are beautiful
Yeah. Facts.
because, everything culturally appropriated is what is commodified.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's what did you I feel like you asked me something earlier, but it's like, you know, culturally, when was the last thing that was dropped from a Eurocentric perspective that drove culture? You know what I'm saying? Like drove art. You know what I mean? Like, and not to say dope
Mm.
stuff don't come out of Europe. That's not what I'm saying. Like, but the things that drive the mainstream, the
Hmm.
things that make the bag, all come from
Yeah.
us.
No, it's
You
facts.
know what I'm saying? Like, it's so crazy. It's like we're all the Congo.
No, it's facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like we're all the Congo where, the culture is constantly being mined,
Yeah.
and the people doing the mining aren't the ones benefiting from what's coming out of the ground
Yeah. Facts. There was a
in culturally speaking.
yeah.
A few of us do, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like many of those people, kind of become absorbed into the um, mainstream culture in a way where they now become part of it, and just a different color painted fence or wall
Yeah.
or gate to what's on the other side of opportunity.
Yeah. No, I feel that for sure. Um, it reminds me, or what you're saying reminds me of something else that I seen when I
Mm.
was scrolling. This
I be scrolling.
I
Dun,
be
dun,
scrolling.
dun, 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 dun.
There was a young lady who just signed a young Caucasian lady
Mm,
who signed a deal with the NFL
okay.
for doing like reworked fashion with NFL jerseys
Mm,
and team paraphernalia. And then
okay.
somebody made a post about all the like black women
Mm-hmm.
who throughout, I mean, like, it's always been a thing in our community. Like we had jersey dresses, you know what I'm saying? Like crop top football jerseys, shit like that. So then they're like, it's crazy that after however many decades of that, that it would be a white woman to strike the deal
I
for,
mean, you know,
but also just going back to like, you know what I'm saying? Like most of the stuff that ends up getting commodified in hip hop culture are people who don't.
well, it's. I mean, it's just like, you know, and it because it thrives on this cultural ignorance. It's like homeboy that was getting the haircuts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know his name, football player, and they started calling the haircut the fade. This.
Travis Kelsey, was it?
I don't know. I don't really follow. I don't follow sports like that. I
It's
just
Travis
knew.
Kelsey. He plays for the Chiefs, I think. But I remember seeing that too.
Yeah, I'm
And he's
like,
like, I
but
didn't
it's.
make the fade. Like,
I'm not saying he said it,
no,
but
he
it's
said he didn't. He came out and said that he didn't.
right. But to
Mhm.
even claim that,
It's
you know what I'm
crazy.
saying? Not him, but for anyone to really claim that, you know what I'm
Like
saying?
y'all are
Like
playing in my face right now.
I'm like, that you know collective sigh the moment when we see it. It's like, oh gosh, shit,
Oh
really.
my
You know what I'm
god.
saying? Like
Yo.
you can hear, you can feel it as soon as you say it. You just know, like, there's somebody else right now looking at this exact thing, even on the scrolly scrolls, right now, having a moment and just sighing because it's like, are y'all for real?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Are you just this? But you know that's because you know, folks don't see color. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like Stepford Wives and shit. It's
Yeah.
just black and white. We don't.
Hey, I don't be hearing that shit.
I mean, but to me, it doesn't make sense because everything is categorized in Western society.
Mm-hmm.
So to pretend,
Like you don't see color. It's like,
right,
y'all created color.
right. I mean,
The distinction.
look, it always existed. It's just that it was not a legal.
Way to categorize, like,
Yeah, it wasn't like a political identity.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was just like, yo, that's that dude.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you gonna describe him? Well, he's a dark dude, like
Yeah.
black even maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But not to say that collectively, you know, this describes a single group of people.
Yeah. Also, it's just I feel like people forget like how close in proximity we are to like, you know what I'm saying, when this shit, or it still matters to this day, but when this
Oh
shit was
yeah.
a life, or it's still a life or death matter. See, I can't make my point because we're still in that time or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't a long ago that a black man was considered or being black was being considered a fraction of a person, or you know what I'm saying, versus like which, so when people say stuff like that in real time
Mm-hmm.
today and they're like, "Oh, I don't see color." I'm like, "Yo, I'm 28. I was born in 1995. I was part of a desegregation program by the time I got to middle school."
Crazy, right?
It's crazy. That's like that was the 2000s.
It's
Like
still happening.
it's still happening. I was literally the program was called desegregation. And so, you know what I'm saying? Like, and
Yeah.
I'm 28 in 2024. So what are you talking
Wow.
about? You don't see color, like,
I
you know.
mean, you know, the thing is, there was a time a little bit longer ago when color was not seen as it is, you know, and that's why they kind of have that demarcation point of 1619 around there, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because prior to that, there was a class system, um, not dissimilar to what you might see in a country like, you know, England or France or
Mm-hmm.
Japan or whatever, where you have a class system, but you didn't have a caste system.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
um, around that time, I want to say like 1600 or something like that. 1604. I don't remember exactly, but early 1600s.
Mm-hmm.
Look it up if you want. Right? Do yourself a favor.
Google that
Don't
shit.
take my word for it. Yeah. So yeah, you heard of Bacon's Rebellion?
Mm.
So Bacon's Rebellion. This dude Bacon was pissed off because the aristocracy, the landowners
Uh-huh.
in Virginia at the time, I think Jamestown it was, um, forbade them from, because that's part of why America went to war with Britain. It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
just taxes. Part of it was expansion. They weren't the British had set the boundary of the Appalachian Mountains, and they said you can't go past that.
Mm-hmm.
That's 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 the line.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like when you were a kid, they said, don't go messing with that stuff in the cabinet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Britain was like, nah, don't you can't cross that line. That was part of it. But on a more micro level, the aristocracy locally would determine what areas could be developed and what couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
And they would conveniently only let certain people know that this land could be developed, and most conveniently would be their boys.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of kept it, like same like now. They inbred the money. They kept it to themselves
Yeah.
and locked everybody out. Greed. So this dude Bacon, who wasn't a poor guy, but he wasn't one of them. He wanted them to open up some of that land so he could do his farming or whatever. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? Expand his property. And they were like, nah, not right now, this, that, and the third. And he's like, yo, you holding us back. You know, everybody here can make something of themselves, but you limiting what we could do or whatever.
Yeah.
So he gathered up all the indentured servants, because back then you had slaves, but it wasn't a slave in the sense of being enslaved and simply because of the status of your birth.
Mm-hmm.
You were enslaved
It's
because
like
of
a paid
a debt,
servitude. Yeah.
or if you were a criminal and you were
Okay.
repaid, like doing time, or um, if you were captured in war.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But you knew how long you was going to be doing this shit. It was a bit.
Yeah.
You're doing a bit. You know what I'm saying? Um, and you under contract. You know what I'm saying? But while you under contract, you essentially a slave.
Mm-hmm.
And that wasn't based on anything but your situation, as opposed to the color you were born with,
Mm-hmm.
because you had white and black indentured servants and
Weren't there
everything.
black people who had indentured servants
Yeah,
themselves? Yeah.
absolutely. There were black people that had slaves,
Mm-hmm.
free black people that had slaves. So you don't get it twisted, but
Yeah.
that's their mentality. But what happened is, in Bacon's Rebellion, this class came together, black, white, everything in between, to rebel against the aristocrats. Um, they ended up getting quashed. Bunch of people got killed. Because Bacon, after they started rebellion, Bacon died like shortly after. So
Damn.
yeah, like he didn't.
Damn,
And
Bacon.
I don't even think he got killed fighting. He got like
Riding the horse.
dysentery or something.
Oh, what's that? Sickness?
Yeah, like you like pretty much like crap yourself to death.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's like dehydration mostly.
Damn.
I think you could, you don't really have that right now in America. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
That's scary.
I mean that's how life was back then, yo.
That is
Anybody could
scary.
get it.
But just be
Ain't
up
no
and healthy one day,
CVS.
shitting yourself to death the next day.
Ain't no CVS, bro. You drink from the wrong cup, you fucked.
Fucked.
You know what
Damn.
I'm saying? It's like that shit. Like when AIDS came around, niggas was like feeling like that. Like damn,
This shit over with.
you came with the wrong one.
This
It's
shit
a
is
wrap.
over with. Yeah, I feel that.
But back then there was a lot of things like that. That would, particularly in these regions, and the way folks was living in Western Europe, because of how they was living, you had a lot of that happening.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't really have that happening too tough here until they got here.
Yeah. That's I'm still over here thinking about how crazy of a situation it is.
Yeah, you get
Start starting a
cholera.
rebellion one day and then like,
Yeah,
damn.
it's
That's
like that.
that's why I like
Mm,
I always think about I'm an Animal Planet dude. I'm animal geek for
mm.
sure. And I be watching some of the shows, Discovery Channel and everything, and I'm like, damn, that's so fucking crazy. Like being an animal, like 1 second you could just be getting like a sip of water from the nearby pond or whatever, and then the next, like you're getting drowned by a fucking
You get snatched up.
crocodile eaten alive. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit is crazy. Like
You getting drowned by a crocodile and filled with stones so you can
that
stay at the bottom.
shit is
Yeah,
crazy.
they wild.
That shit is crazy.
Fucking
Fuck.
the what you calls it, the jaguars or the panthers, the jaguars or the leopards, like how they be hemming up the crocs, grabbing them like
Oh yeah, yeah.
dragging
That
them
shit
out
is
the
crazy. Just
water.
going for a swim. You just living your regular life.
Gonna get some milk, honey. I'll be back.
Facts. Or you on the pasture with your baby calf or whatever, and then next thing you know, your calf's being taken away by like 10 lions, and you
Yeah.
can't do shit but sit there and watch them eat your little. I'm like,
Right.
this shit is fucked.
Right. I mean, I mean, you know, and that was in that show, The Gentleman. That was an interesting analogy. I don't know if you remember that. Um, they said, you know, you have people that live in the zoo and people that live in the
Yeah.
jungle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just that same mentality of, you know, but with the human twist of greed. You know what I mean? But
No, that's facts.
it's just like,
Damn. I guess we do live that life.
yeah, cats be about it.
I guess
You know,
we do live it.
it's people see. There's just a certain like some people see people like food,
Yeah.
and it's to me, you know, I don't understand it,
Mm-hmm.
but some people just see people like food.
Yeah.
It's very vampiric. I don't know if that's a real word.
Yeah. Sometimes I just get frustrated. I just be like, damn, like, yeah, it could all be so simple,
Mm.
but we'd rather make it hard. In the words of Lauryn Hill, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, but yeah, I don't know. I wonder, do you think in our lifetime we'll ever see like, I'm not like saying some type of like utopia, but do you feel like in our lifetime we'll ever see like kind of
No.
like justice be in the driver's seat or?
I mean, here's the thing, man. You know, just you know, I'm an optimistic realist, but um, the reality is when power shifts, it's never easy.
Yeah.
Like there's never been a shift in power that has been um, not a huge disaster for most people involved.
Yeah.
You know, and we're at a point and place in time where capabilities are as such that it would be absolutely horrific.
Yeah.
You know, and that's it's kind of like we're being held hostage because you know we all know life could be so much better. It's not like we don't have the resources, the you know, like in
Mm.
reality, food could be absolutely free.
Yeah.
They can grow enough food. They have enough arable land to grow enough food to feed every single person on this
Mm-hmm.
planet, but they would never do it.
Yeah.
They would never do it.
Enough materials
Hmm?
so that everybody can be housed,
Yeah,
but would never.
they would never do it.
Yeah.
They would never do it because it's about power. It's about control.
Mm-hmm.
And if they want something, they want to be able to leverage something to get what they want. You know, and it's like when things are kept in a certain status quo,
Mm-hmm.
it's easy to get what you want because you can always play somebody off somebody else.
Yeah.
If we're all in unity, then it's harder to manipulate people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If we're living harmoniously, if you got what you want and I got what I want, we chilling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But people that crave power have to create instability to justify their desire to have power.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're like, well, I need to be powerful so I can protect everyone.
Yeah.
But in order to maintain that power, you need instability.
I feel that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if the world is stable, then we don't need that power. You know what I'm saying? My bad. It's
we
like,
just chilling.
right, we just chilling. But it's like, when you look at the continent and it's kept in I look at the continent like a house. And if you have a house that doesn't have any doors on it, if you have a house and it's well secured, if I want to come in and get a cup of sugar, I got to come knock on your door, ring your bell. You're going to look at your camera and be like, do I want to talk to this Negro? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you control your space. But if you have a house without any doors, without any windows on it, and anybody can walk in and take anything they want, you can't account for nothing.
Yeah.
That's the situation the continent is in.
Yeah.
And it's kept in a situation where anytime it tries to put up doors and windows and to secure itself and to create a foundation for itself, it's undermined by somebody coming along and basically setting fire to the door and throwing termites in the roof.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? In order to keep it in a consistent space of underdevelopment. It's just fighting to stay alive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's being constantly under pressure to not develop. You know what I mean? It's so crazy. Like when you think about it, it's like when you watch those movies and you see somebody in like a insane asylum that somebody put there and they keep them constantly drugged up so they can't escape. That's what it is.
No, I feel that. I got a homie who live in Dubai, my homie Eric.
Yeah.
And it's just so crazy hearing. Granted, I know Dubai probably got its problems or whatever,
bro.
For sure. But also, it's like I saw somewhere it's like one of the places where like the most, one of the top places where there's a black population of people that live there, or black transients or something like that. I think, I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, he'd be telling me about when stuff happens to him and like what it's like dealing with their healthcare system or whatever else. He had pulled his tore his ACL playing basketball or something. I was like, yo, how much did that cost you? Like, what were the hospital bills? Like, and he was like, it didn't cost me anything. The only thing I had to pay for was my brace. And I was like, that wasn't too much money or whatever. I'm like, damn, that is crazy. And I'm just like, you think about, granted, Dubai probably has its own problems, like I said, but just also from the perspective of humanity outside of, whatever other beliefs and things and restrictions that they have, like when it comes to humanity in terms of their healthcare system. Like that shit is free, and like we're over here. It should be. Yeah, and we over here boasting about being the most powerful nation in the world, this, that, and the other. I'm like, yo, we can't even do that. I can't even tear my ACL and get that shit sponsored. Like, that's my bodily health too.
I mean, I love analogies because that's the only way I know how to describe the world sometimes. But that's just like the jock at school that is always bragging about whatever they bragging about, but when they go home, they getting abused.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, all right, tough guy, but it's so crazy. It's cognitive dissonance. It's that stark.
Yeah.
Of a contradiction in thought, where someone can see this and think, yeah, this makes sense.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you know this, but basically the main reason we don't have universal health care is because they didn't want to extend it.